Hello from me, Lazarus. We continue with the presentation of the second lesson of the paid course on creating a website from scratch. We previously covered this chapter, creation and layout of the blocks in the main page of the site. And now we will continue with the next chapter, positioning the main blocks on the page. Here's what contains the directory of our lesson, including of course, the video that we're currently filming will be here. These are the examples, and this is the PDF file. Let's open it. So, before we start, we're going to make a copy of our file folder and save it somewhere else, because if something goes wrong, we should always have a backup. By the way, I recommend that you make daily archives, and also after each stage of development is completed, and maybe even more often. We start with the layout first with fixed block sizes, because it's the foundation and easiest for beginners. And so, we will make our page with fixed dimensions. This also applies to our blocks, to which we will set the following dimensions, so the width is 980 px, of the header, the top part, of the navigation also, and the footer. And here in the middle part the width is divided between the left sidebar and the content. The heights will be different, 150 px for the header, the top part, 40 px for the navigation and footer, and 440 px each for the middle part. As my idea is to have a total height of 670 px, so that it doesn't scroll, in most cases. To add these changes in the CSS file, we will redo the previous CSS file. And as I said at the beginning, to get used to it is advisable to write everything by hand, and then I recommend to work entirely with copy-paste, to explain why, because that way there is no allow a spelling or technical error. You just have to be careful, to always change the values correctly. And one more thing for the editor, these distances here are not set with the space key, but with the tab key, and so they are exactly determined. With this key you can set exactly how the interval to contain. So, let's start the correction. First, in the div selector, where we set common properties, we will remove the margin and padding properties, and leave only the border. And in each of the remaining blocks, below the line where we specified the color, we'll add 2 more lines, which will contain the width and height. In a similar way we proceed for all blocks, but now with their data. And then we save the changes to the CSS file. And as you know, by default, all blocks are displayed one below the other, and if we open this file now, but I'm not going to display it yet, we'll see it here in the PDF file. It's even better here, because is less and you can see the whole thing. Now, at the moment we made the blocks, they are arranged like this, in the natural flow of the document. All that's left is to arrange these blocks next to each other. There are several ways to do this. In this case we will choose the easiest, and for this purpose we will add the following code. It is about the 2 parts, which are these, for the left sidebar and for the content. Actually, the content should come here, to the left lane, that should work. To do this, the easiest way is this: we set the left bar specific width, 250 px, and we will set the content the rest, up to 980 px. In this case, it's 730 px. Then we set the left part to float, and here we set the margin left to be the width of this block, 250 px. And after we do this, we will see the following in our browser. This is at the fixed dimensions. So far I've left the presentation as it is in the full lesson, so you can see how I teach. And how is the lesson going in sequence. And now, however, until the end. I will only point out the main points, because this is a presentation, and not the main lesson. Now here I'm going to show how to use semantic blocks, introduced in HTML5. Then I'll show the layout with relative block sizes. Then I'll show you how to lay out with the new CSS Grid Layout approach. Then I'll make some additional settings. And with that I'll finish the presentation of this tutorial. That's all from me. Best regards.